Hello everyone in the ATEBIT nation, it is me, Mr. Sam Harkin, your wondrous video reviewer guide person through all the crazy indie games. Anyway, I got sent a code for a thing and it's an interesting little indie game and we'll see how interesting it is because this is Half Informed, in which we show you the first 30 minutes of a variety of games. This is the first time I've actually played this, and this is Lamplight City. It's kind of a detective game set in Victorian-era, but it looks like it's got some interesting little things with its choice mechanics. So let's just dive in and see how it runs. Let us set 30 minutes on the clock, and let us begin. Okay, there we go. Okay. Great. Thought I set those Discord things to not be up. Bill, wake up! The carriage is on fire.
Bill, wake up! The carriage is on fire!
Oh,
That's
fuck.
only funny when I do it to you.
Oh, okay. You didn't
What's the
even
matter?
sit bolt up,
Have a rough night?
bolt upright.
Bit too much Bollingworth ale is all. That stuff really creeps up on you.
So who the hell
Sorry
are
I couldn't
playing
join
this?
you, but I was long overdue for a quiet night in with Addie.
Oh.
That's fine. There'll be plenty of other opportunities. Hell, maybe Adelaide can even join us. It's been ages since she last drank me under the table.
Afraid she mostly sticks to tea these days.
Probably for the best.
Miles, what exactly is it we're looking into? I may have dozed off during the briefing.
You sleep through the briefings?
You sleep through the briefings?
Sure, it's really
Okay,
not that
I'm
difficult.
gonna just see if I can...
Very funny.
Nope, I can't pause
Anyway,
this to
it's
turn
a
off those
burglary
fucking
at the
Discord
Hambrook flower
things.
shop.
Good work.
A burglary, eh? How dull. At least we'll have enough time to get a drink afterwards.
You seem awfully certain of that.
I am.
God damn it.
In fact, I'd bet the devil my head that we're done within the hour.
Well, the devil's gonna be disappointed that his winnings are so meager.
Ooh. Fuck you, man. Oh, we've arrived.
We've arrived. After you, Bill.
City. Fucking stop. Borough of Cholmondeley, 1844, because it's Victorian times. I think this is supposed to be kind of steampunky as well, which is kind of cool.
Thank you. Keep the change.
And so, our night of excitement begins.
Okay. There we go.
You, more than anyone else, should know that there's rarely a dull night in Chumley.
I have a feeling tonight will
What?
be the
In
exception.
Cholmondeley?
Until we get to the pub, that is.
Keep your mind on the case, Bill. Now let's get a move on.
Left click to interact with objects. The mouse cursor is context sensitive. Ooh boy. I have
Come
heard
on,
that
Bill.
apparently there's no like inventory. They just go, oh, you want to use the, you got a key.
Charming
You
little
can use
place,
the key on
isn't
the
it?
thing, right?
Charming, but empty. We need to find the owner.
Always so
Okay.
to the point, Fordham. If ever there was a better time
Ah.
to stop and smell the flowers.
I think I'll leave that to you, Bill.
With my allergies, hardly.
Hardly.
Plants hanging on hooks. A nice space-saving method.
I'd probably
exciting.
bang my head against them constantly if I had them in my apartment.
That is true. More flowers.
Not too many left. Seems business isn't so bad around here.
Well, you know what they say. There are only three certainties in life.
What?
Death, taxes, and people taking advantage of sales.
Fair.
This is quite the selection. Come over here and take a whiff, Bill.
Sure, if you don't mind me getting snot all over your coat.
Oh,
Oh,
no,
now-
not the Myers
oh,
case
yeah,
all over
'cause-
again. On second
yeah,
thought,
'cause you're
you
allergic.
can just stay over there.
In better case, fuck off, man. Fuck off. Let's go into
The staircase isn't very well lit.
Okay.
I'll go first. That way you can catch me if I fall.
We should probably
Bounce.
ask for permission before heading up there.
We don't know if there's anyone here. Ooh, a bell. That'll help. Ding.
Be right there.
Be right there, gentlemen.
Oh, hello, gentlemen. I must say you caught me by surprise.
just
I
standing
was
all the way over
preparing
here.
to
Calm
close soon. May I help you find anything? The flowers in the center display are half price this week, and I have a special on chrysanthemums today. Or perhaps a custom bouquet for the special ladies in your lives?
I have no need myself, but maybe Adelaide would appreciate a little something. Eh, Miles? Those peonies in the corner look nice.
I'm afraid we're not here as customers
Nice,
tonight,
eh?
ma'am. We'd like to have a word with the proprietor. Is he in?
I
That'd be
see. I'm Cecilia Handbook, and this is my
Yes,
shop.
you'll fucking
What can I do for you,
sexist.
gentlemen?
I'm Detective Miles Fordham, and this is my partner, William Legere. We received a report of a
Legere.
burglary at your store.
A report? From whom? I never contacted the police before, and I didn't this time, either.
It was made anonymously.
Okay.
But are you saying this isn't the first time it's happened?
Correct. It's happened 3 times. But considering the police hardly care about the daily muggings and vandalisms around here, I didn't think they would be interested in something so trivial.
Well, we're here now, and we'll do all we can to help you.
We'll have to see about that.
Okay.
If you wouldn't mind, Mrs. Handbrook,
Calm
I'd like to
down.
ask you a few questions.
Very well, Detective.
God, you're really forthcoming. Burglaries.
Could you give me the details concerning the burglaries?
About 3 weeks ago on Monday, I noticed that my order of Easter lilies was missing. At first, I thought nothing of it. Sometimes certain types of flowers are unavailable or arrive in poor condition. These things happen. Then 2 weeks ago on Wednesday, it happened again. But this time, I noticed something rather odd.
Go on.
Okay.
When I opened the shop, there were 6 crowns and 10 shillings on the counter. That's exactly the cost of 2 orders of lilies.
That's a weird
Last
way to
Friday,
steal.
it happened yet again. The lilies were missing, and there was payment for 1 order on the counter. I believe that someone has been breaking into my shop after hours,
Okay.
taking the
That's
lilies,
weird.
and leaving money behind.
How unusual.
Yes. How very odd. Suspicious people.
Have you noticed any suspicious characters lurking around?
Detective Fordham, this is Chumley. You can't throw a stone without hitting a suspicious character. And if you've noticed my window, you'd be aware that stones get thrown around quite a bit in this neighborhood. If you're looking for trouble, you're far more likely to find it out there than in here.
Oh,
I meant if
are
you've
you
seen
sure
anyone out
you're
of the
not holding
ordinary
some
in
kind
your
of
shop?
drug ring in
Only
your
the
basement?
2 men from the police who entered it tonight. That is most definitely out of the ordinary.
Okay. What you up to?
Have you been in business long?
Yes, I opened this shop 30 years ago, along with my late husband David.
And you killed him,
But
right?
the past 10 years, I've been running things on my own.
Don't you
Guess you
feel
shouldn't have murdered
unsafe
him.
being here by yourself so late into the night?
Detective, when you've lived in this part of town as long as I have, it takes quite a lot to scare you.
Fair. Payment.
So this burglar has been paying for the stolen goods?
That would appear to be the case, yes. I really don't think this could even be considered a crime. That's one of the reasons I didn't bother reporting it to the police.
And the other reasons?
Oh, I think I've already made those quite clear,
Okay.
Detective.
Don't be mean.
Have you found any evidence of a break-in?
No, the front door is always locked. My assistant Trevor and I are the only ones with the key.
Are there any other points of access to the building?
The upstairs windows, I suppose, but I make sure to keep them locked, and neither of them have been broken.
Would you allow us to have a look upstairs?
Is that really necessary? I was just about to close up the shop.
It won't take but a moment.
Fine, I suppose you may, but please, don't dally too long.
Oh, you can tell this is Victorian times from the fact that they use the word dally.
You mentioned your assistant has the other shop key. What can you tell me about him?
His name is Trevor Hastings, and he has been working for me for the past 10 years.
Do you trust him?
Implicitly. I've known him for ages, and he has been my full-time assistant since shortly after my husband died. You're not suggesting he had anything to do with this, are you?
Not at all. I would like to speak with him, though. Where might I find him?
It's Friday, so he should be on his way back from the docks right now. He'll be bringing my flower order within the hour.
Good. We'll meet him here, then. If that's all right with you.
I suppose I don't really have much of a choice, do I?
If you don't, I'll hold you in contempt of
I think
court.
that's all the information I need for now.
All right, Detective.
Alright, asshole. Let's bounce.
Interesting choice of decor
Yeah.
in here.
Perhaps it wasn't always used as a storeroom, although I can understand why it would have been converted.
Yeah, it is rather drafty in here.
Rather drafty, you hear?
I would imagine that keeping a consistent temperature in here is important for the flowers.
When do you suppose this contraption was last serviced?
Hard to say. Definitely not recently, if the dust buildup is any indication.
Oh, he's a very good detective man.
A rather distinguished-looking gentleman.
Reminds me of Captain Snelling, if he ever smiled.
Seems to be the broken pot storage area.
Anyway, let's
Why
look
not
at this
just throw them
window.
away, I wonder?
It's likely they're going to be repaired.
We've got
I
this
noticed
here.
some faint cracks in some of the pots downstairs.
I'm real curious about that.
I don't think this window would serve as a viable means of
Oh,
entry.
so then what about this?
Nice view, though. You can hardly see the vomit and manure piles on the street from up here.
Okay. Okay.
Unmarked,
This is corpse.
but if the smell is anything to go by, this is where the flowers are stored when delivered.
I'll keep my distance then.
Okay, what else do we have to look at? Ooh, what happened? Casebook. Ooh, okay. Device.
I've
What's
seen this type of device before. It's a special container for growing plants. Specific temperature and water conditions can be adjusted. Seems to be empty right now, though. And judging by the dust, it hasn't been used in a long time, if
Is
ever.
it like,
It
you
seems
know,
Mrs.
like the
Hanbrook
flower
isn't too
of our
fond of
love
steam
and then it
tech,
died or something?
or just doesn't understand it.
Okay. Doesn't like the steam tech because, yeah, as I said, there's kind of a bit of a steampunkish
Pastoral
kind of vibe
landscape.
into this.
Definitely nowhere near here.
What about this?
Never much understood
Actually, this
art.
window looks
It
open.
would be nice to see a place like that in person.
Just realized I was just like window, but like this window also is very important. Oh, there we go.
Interesting. There's a gap between the window and the frame here. No wonder it's so drafty in this room.
So someone could totally. Well, I mean, it would be difficult to open, but you could still open it from outside.
This provides a means of escape from the top floor, or access to this window from the ground.
Okay, well that seems pretty, you know.
The window latch, securely locked.
I don't know about that.
I wonder
What are you thinking, Fordham?
that it's time for an experiment. I'm going to need a tool, however. Something long and thin should do the trick.
Shouldn't be too hard to find something like that around here.
Like your dick. Whoa. Long and thin. I don't know. Can we use that?
Fascinating device, although it has nothing to do with the burglaries. Seems to be the broken...
Why not just...
It's likely
Uh,
unmarked.
I'll keep my...
Come on, give me something to work with.
I would imagine that...
When do you...
Hard to...
Maybe let's.
Bill?
What's going on, Miles?
Do you know where there's a long, thin? Well,
Let's get back to...
All right.
let's go downstairs and see if we can ask for something. Ooh. Hotspot icons will change. Ooh, yes, there we go. We got a hook.
Aha! Mrs. Hanbrook, may I borrow this hook for...
Is that so?
Yes. I
It's
promise. I'll
super
put it back as
important,
soon as
I
I'm
promise you.
Please do, Detective.
Okay. I'm gonna grab that real quick. Let's see, we don't have an inventory, so we just click on the thing, and then it'll just let us do the
Good.
thingy.
done. Bill, it's time for our experiment.
And what is this experiment going to be exactly?
Simple. I'm going to see if this hook can get me inside the shop.
Let's do this.
Rather dark out here.
Watch your step, then. This experiment of yours isn't worth a broken neck.
I'll be fine. Now then, could you please close and lock the window, Bill?
Okay. Whoop. Oh, what? I have to do it myself? Oh, there we go. There we go. That wasn't hard.
Well, I'd say this is fairly incontrovertible proof that the building can easily be broken into without arousing suspicion.
Where'd you learn how to do that
Alright.
anyway?
You taught me, remember?
Nah. Are you sure it was me?
Positive. We were a few pints in at the Angel about 5 years ago. and you decided I should learn how to pick locks.
Well, that's not
What else
really
have I taught you
picking
how
a
to
lock,
do while
is it?
drunk?
That would be telling.
Alright. Hey, what's up? People broke into your shit. Oh, hey.
Ah, Trevor.
Evening, Cecilia. I've got the order ready to bring in.
Trevor, these are Detectives Fordham and Leger. They say there's been a report about the burglaries, and they're here investigating.
I don't like how you said the word
I
investigating
only
there.
did it because I think it's been going on too long. As much as you want to, we can't handle this ourselves.
We can discuss the matter later. In the meantime, the detective would like a word with you.
I'll be needing to bring in the flowers first, if that's all right. Otherwise, some hooligan's likely to run off with them.
My partner will keep an eye on your flowers. Bill, would you mind?
Ah, the glamour of police work.
Yeah, he's gonna be sneezing like a motherfucker.
Now,
Alright,
Mr.
the
Hastings,
jig's up.
if I could ask you a few questions.
Go on, then.
How long have you been working for Mrs. Hanbrook?
Been about 10 years now, I reckon. I used to
Well,
help
that
with
checks
deliveries now and then when it was her and David, her husband. But after he passed, she offered to make me her assistant. Unfortunate way to get it, but I needed the work. Used to be I had a job at one of the airship yards, but they let me go after I was injured by one of those newfangled steam machines. So the offer came at a good time. Besides that, Cecilia needed looking after, even though she'd never admit it. If I'm being honest, we're both getting a bit long in the tooth. Not sure how much longer we'll be keeping this up, but as long as I'm upright and breathing, I'll be bringing these crates along, even if it is murder on my back.
I admire your work ethic.
I've got a job to do. Not enough people these days seem to respect that.
Okay.
Could you walk me through the process of your deliveries?
Of course, there's no great science to it. On Monday, Wednesday, and Friday afternoons, Cecilia gives me her list of flowers to pick up from the wholesalers. I head over to Gascone around sunset when they get their shipment, and I give them her order. They load up the crate, I pay for it, and then I lug it back here.
How long does that take?
Between moving the crate and getting it across the river on the ferry, a couple of hours. Usually the store's closed by then, so I use my key to get in and leave the crate inside for Cecilia to open in the morning. That's all there is to it. Told you it wasn't very
So
complicated.
you've been breaking.
Do you ever leave the crate unattended during that time?
No, sir. Never more than a minute. I may be old, but I got good eyes. I'd see if there were anything amiss.
Okay.
Besides that, I check to make sure the crate is still sealed when I drop it off. I'm not about to let Cecilia down by being careless.
Okay. Burglaries.
What can you tell me about the recent burglaries?
I wish Cecilia had contacted you lot sooner. She's a damn fine woman, but sometimes I think she'd rather jump in a rose bush than ask for help. Had to take matters into my own hands. This needs taken care of, and we can't do it on our own, as much as Cecilia would like to. Anyhow, alls I know is someone's been making off with some flowers
Alls I know.
and leaving money behind. No idea who it could be, how they're getting in, or why they even bother paying. In my day, if you robbed a place, you did it the right way. It's a sad
Back in
state
my
of
day when I
affairs
was
when
robbing
even
from
burglars
banks.
don't do their jobs correctly.
God.
Do you have much experience with burglary, Mr. Hastings?
Yes.
Now, I never said that, detective.
Have you noticed anyone or anything suspicious around here recently?
Nothing but the usual roughnecks, ragamuffins, and drunkards. Like I said, it's a real mystery.
Thanks for your time, Mr. Hastings. I'll let you get back to work.
Appreciate it, detective.
Okay.
If you don't mind, detective, I still need to check the crate before I bring it in.
Of course. Thank you again for your help.
Okay.
Learn anything?
Possibly.
Not
I
really.
may have an idea.
Ah, you're being cryptic. That's always a good sign. But if you've got a plan, let's talk about it.
Okay. Let's talk about
Got a
it.
minute, Bill?
For you, Miles, I've got 5.
Oh. The idea of surveillance.
Right. Based on what we've been told in our experiment, I can only conclude that our burglar is using the upstairs window to get into the shop.
So what do you propose we do about it?
It's
Check
happened
out.
repeatedly over the past 3 weeks, on one of the delivery nights. Since it has yet to occur this week, and today is Friday, logic dictates it should be tonight.
So we settle
Well,
in and
I
wait
mean,
to
not
see if
really.
the burglar returns? Catch him in the act?
Exactly. It's our best chance of solving this before the trail goes cold.
That's like
And I was
pretty
really looking
faulty
forward to getting that
logic.
drink at the Angel tonight, too.
I know.
Like, it has
but
to
it's as
happen
you said
this
yourself,
week.
There'll be
And it
plenty of
has to
other
happen.
opportunities.
It happens every
Besides,
week.
forbearance
It
is
hasn't
good for the
happened this
soul.
week.
Spoken
Therefore,
like
it has
someone
to
who
happen
truly
today.
has
It's
no
like,
idea
well,
how to
you
have
could
any
just do it next week.
I'm sure I'll get the hang of it one of these days.
I mean,
especially
he's only
with
done
your
it 3
expertise.
times. Like,
Okay, let's go have a chat with Mrs.
doesn't fucking
Hamburg.
prove
I'm
that,
sure
he
she'll
has a
be
compulsion
delighted
to
to
do
know
it
we're
every
spending
week.
the night. Damn, I forgot to bring my deck of cards again.
At least it's quiet up here. I'm surprised we didn't go deaf after the last time we did this.
What?
I said, oh, right. Your sense of humor remains on point.
Miles, have you ever considered leaving all this behind?
What, you mean quitting the force?
The Force, the city, going off and seeing what else is out there, you know?
I'd miss it too much. Wouldn't you?
I was thinking I might visit Harley out west. She makes it sound like a dream in her letters. Wide open spaces, fresh air. I know I'm a city boy and would probably miss New Britannia's filth and squalor after a week, but...
You should do it. A change of scenery never hurt anyone. Plus, it's much
I'm
easier
gonna
for you than it is
retire.
for me. I've got a family to consider, after all.
If he dies.
Right.
Just kidding, I already know
Oh,
that he
no,
dies.
I didn't mean it like that, Bill. It's
Maybe
just...
he doesn't die now, but like,
I think I heard
you know,
something.
he's tempting fate by being like, I'm gonna quit this shit. Oh, it's Slender Man.
Oh, no.
Bill? Stop!
Well, you
Please!
Damn it.
fucking blew it,
He's
mate.
got up the fire escape. We can corner him on the roof. Stay close and keep me covered.
Oh fuck, I'm not gonna keep him covered and he's gonna die. And now we've got the hat there too, so then we can hold the hat and be like, no!
Bill!
Stay
back, Fuck.
officer. Got a knife. Ready your pistol for
Well,
him.
this is
But
really
you're too close.
extreme.
I trust you, Miles. Your pistol, now! There's really no need for this, officer. I respect your desire to uphold justice. Mine is more important. If you let me go,
What the fuck is
won't
going
come back.
on?
and we can
Just
all forget
why
this
didn't you
ever
just buy
happened.
the fucking
Don't
flowers?
listen to this lunatic, Miles. Take your shot before things get worse.
This is really fucking escalated.
Look, we've caught you red-handed. Put down the knife, let my partner go, and give yourself up.
No! I'm not going to jail. Do you know what they do to people in there?
Yes, I do. If you cooperate, I'll see if I can get the
don't
judge to ease your
steal
sentence.
shit and then
I
pay
appreciate
for
your
it,
tactics,
and then be
Fordham,
like,
but
ooh,
this really isn't the time.
Fuck. Hey, take a shot.
No!
Oh, for fuck's sake! Why did you take the shot if you couldn't hit him?
Bill! Oh,
Oh,
God!
for fuck's sake! Why would you even give me the option?
I'm so sorry, my friend.
Oh, whoops! I
I'm
accidentally
so,
shot the
so
wrong one.
sorry.
Are you fucking kidding? Really? All that characterization is just like whoop, whoops, whoops, whoops. Oh shucks! Can't believe I did that. Ugh. Fucking hell! All right, that's a pretty hot. Miles, wake up! you-
wake up! Your house is on fire!
Huh? What?
You see, I told you it was funnier when I did it to
Oh
you.
great! Now
Yes.
he's got a ghost friend.
Yes, hilarious.
What's the matter? Have a rough night?
Overdid it on the soporific.
I was just talking to ghosts.
Why do I feel like I've had this
awkward.
conversation before?
I'm just glad you're in the mood to converse again. Seriously, you took so much of that snake oil last night, I was starting to think you wanted me quiet for good.
I mean, I do.
It's no personal slight. I just need some quiet time, or I'll go insane.
I get it. We all need our space. I know it's not easy, but there's really no need.
Not easy. Bill, I've
You're
been hearing
dead.
your voice since you died. You don't shut up unless I take that accursed medicine. I'd say that qualifies as a
God, how-
bit more
how
than not
Shakespearean.
easy.
Yeah, well, how do you
Accursed
think I
medicine.
feel? You think I enjoy being trapped here, listening to you whine about how hard your life's become?
You
You
shot
at least
me.
still have yours.
Why'd you shoot me, man?
I'm losing my grip on reality, and it's all because of you.
Believe me, I know. It's not a pretty situation. But the bottom fact is, you're stuck with
Bottom
me.
fact.
So you can
Alright,
either keep
so
living
weird.
this way and ruin your life even more than you already have, or you can do as I've told you and try to figure out a way to let me move on.
Okay, well, I mean, this life isn't so bad.
Right. For the 1000th time, you want me to find the burglar from the flower shop.
Yes, exactly.
I still don't get how that's going to help.
I can understand your confusion, considering it was you who killed me.
Fuck
But the point
you.
remains. You wouldn't have been in that situation in the first place if not for him. Once the criminal has been caught and is in custody, we'll both get what we want.
Do you promise?
A decent night's sleep?
More than that, you'll have that elusive thing you always wanted to give others.
Justice?
Closure.
Ah, that too.
You do realize the trail's pretty much frozen at this point. Our man has seemingly vanished into the ether.
That's no excuse not to keep trying. I know the cases Upton's been
I
giving
mean-
you these past few months haven't been the most thrilling, but they've at least kept you active. So just keep at it. Something has to turn up eventually. Unless, of course, you want to wind up in Riverview Asylum. And if that happens, I'm really not going to keep quiet.
Wow, okay.
Fine.
Good man.
Now,
I
that's harsh.
suggest you stop talking to thin air, or Adelaide's going to start wondering if you've gone mental. Or just maybe she'll stop wondering.
Very funny.
Okay, that was fun. Why the fuck are we in this situation where it's just like we killed our friend and our friend haunts us to this very over some random dipshit who was like stealing flowers? Like, why the fuck was he holding a knife to a policeman's head, like neck, over fucking flowers that he wasn't even properly stealing? He was like stealing and then paying for, like a fucking idiot, like the most subversive like customer. Fucking hell. Alright. Let's go stay my beautiful wife.
Well, look who's awake.
Ooh.
Ready to rejoin the living?
Very much so.
Honey.
You were talking in your sleep again.
Did I say anything interesting?
Do you ever?
You have to admit, she's got you there.
How are you feeling?
A touch groggy. I think I took a bit too much of the soporific last night.
That's what I thought. When you went for your after-lunch nap, you'd barely gotten breakfast down. I saved you some bread and cheese if you're hungry.
Thank you, but I haven't got much of an appetite.
You really should regulate your doses more carefully, love. I'm sure dull senses and an empty stomach aren't much help to your work. By the way, a message arrived via courier for you this morning. I put it on the table along with today's newspaper.
Thank you, dear.
Very good. I will just say, just as a little aside, interracial couple in Victorian England. Not necessarily say that interracial couple, just like for a game from 2008, like that's not a big deal, but it's like, yeah, it's always nice. Always nice to get that representation. Very good. Fordham, a big case has come in which have come in. Wait, okay, there needs to be a comma here somewhere. A big case has come in, comma, which I think will interest you. I think that's where the comma goes. Meet me at the, I think it's Roven? The Roven Coffee House for more details. See Upton. It's
Upton
Kate
says she's got a big case for
No,
me.
it's
Does she go into any more detail than that?
No, but then you know Upton. Always on a need-to-know basis. Especially since she's been giving me these cases under the table.
To be fair, they haven't exactly been anything of note.
True, but she's still sticking her neck out for me. I can understand why she's so secretive about it.
I think she just misses having you around the station.
Oh.
Poor Connie. With you quitting and me dying, she must be bored stiff at work.
Anyway, I'm supposed to meet her at the Ruin Coffee House. That
Ruin.
can't be right.
It's not like Constance to make mistakes. She must have gotten in somehow.
Guess I'll head over there and see what she's got then.
Alright, let's bounce.
I'm heading out for now.
Give my regards to
Bye,
Constance.
honey. Let's go to the Ruin Coffee House. Ooh.
Ah, the Rouen Coffee House. Worst Java in Lamplight City, but there's no better place to overhear all the rumors and gossip in town. Just make sure you don't get too close to the other patrons. Discretion was never your forte.
Okay. Let's talk to Miss Upton.
If it isn't my old
Mrs.
friend, Upton O'Good.
Hello, Fordham. It's good to see you.
How did you get them to let you in here?
It's rather simple, really. The owner and I have an understanding. He pretends women are allowed in coffee houses, and I don't report his unsavory business practices to Chief Snelling.
Hey,
Sounds like a
plus.
good deal. What sort of unsavory business practices are we talking about?
Oh, we haven't got time to get into that now. But take some advice. Don't order anything that isn't water.
Nice. The coffee is addictive because of all the meth. It's like they don't have sugar cubes, but they do have meth cubes. I got your message.
What's going on?
It's time for you to join the big boys again, Fordham. Your days of finding lost cats are over.
So stop teasing me and tell me what it is already.
Do you know Madame Laura Dupre?
I've heard of a Dupree just in general, who is a real person. Wait, no, that was Madame Lalaurie. That was from American Horror Story, but it was based on a real person. Anyway,
Laura Dupre. She's one of those Gascon Grand Dames, isn't she?
That's right. I'm surprised you've heard of her. I didn't think you cared about those types of people.
I don't, but Adelaide has several of them as clients. She gets paid to pretend to care about their lives, and I get to hear the sordid details.
Madame Dupre died the day before yesterday. Her funeral was held this morning.
My condolences.
But halfway through the service, the mourners heard a loud knocking coming from inside her coffin.
She wasn't dead?
Apparently not. Nearly interred alive, although her doctor swears she had no pulse. Dupre's son Andrew was quick to suspect foul play. He accused a man named Albert Martin, and the police arrested him.
So where do I come in? Sounds like the case has already been solved.
I think it's false.
I strongly suspect that Martin is innocent, especially considering the talk of him having used black magic on Dupre. The police feel they have enough evidence to convict, so they're not bothering to investigate any further. You're going to look into it and see if I'm right, then find the person who was really behind this.
Has Madame Dupre recovered from her ordeal?
I'm afraid not. Apparently she's been catatonic since they pulled her out of the coffin.
How unfortunate.
If you'd like to question Mr. Martin, he's being held at the Bow Street Jail. Or you could take a look around his house. It's at 451 Compton Street in Worcester.
And the Dupre home?
That's at Emmeline and Comtesse, right across from the old Angeline convent. It's also possible you might run into the police during your investigation, since they're technically still on the case.
Thanks for the warning.
Okay.
Was there anything you wanted to talk about before you get started?
I'll come back later if I need anything.
All right then. Good luck.
Well, I'm not entirely sure how this is going to help you find the flower shop burglar, but I suppose freeing an innocent man is a worthy diversion.
Okay, so as you probably heard a while ago, we have reached the end of our 30-minute preview. So, if this is a game that interests you at all, I would very much suggest checking it out. Once again, this is Lamplight City. Yeah, it's a pretty interesting little game, and I'm looking forward to chewing my way through it. But anyway, yeah, as I said, I'll say it again. We're at the end of this shit. So please feel free to check out all the awesome video content that we have on the YouTube 8-Bit channel. Please subscribe for reviews and half-informed previews. And of course, if you haven't already, check out all the amazing podcasts that 8-Bit are making. They have just got a fantastic lineup. So you should totally check all that stuff out. And that is it from me. Thank you so much. And I will see you guys when I see you. Hopefully with a review or I don't know. Thanks for watching. Bye.